Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and what's happening? This is Mr. Baker, the Music Maker, with another Chrome Music Lab tutorial. This one was requested a whole bunch of times. It's a big new popular hit from Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. That's right, it's called Die With A Smile. Very singable, very catchy, very cool. Let's hear it. Optional ending there. Goofy little ending I added on there. That's just the melody. There's a lot going on in this song. It's a little complicated in putting into Chrome Music Lab because it's in 6/8, but I have it in 12/8. Whatever, that's just basically the meter it's in, which it's 4 beats, but these beats are split into threes, which is kind of rare. I haven't done many Chrome Music Lab ones with that, so it's like a boom, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So it's a compound meter thing. It's pretty cool. We're gonna figure out how to make it from scratch. Let's restart. Let's quit babbling about meter. No one cares. Let's put it in. All right, go to settings icon first. We got to change a few things in the settings. What we're going to do is go 16 bars. It's a long one. That's what I'm saying. It's a little complicated to put in, but stick with me. It's going to be great. Split beats into 3. Like I said, we have 4 beats, but each of those beats are split into 3 instead of 2 per usual, or 4 if it's 16 notes. So it's in the subdivision of 3. We're going to go to middle A instead of middle C, and that's the last thing you change. So length, 16 bars, split beats into 3. Start on middle A because it's an A major / F sharp minor for all you theory nerds out there. That's pretty much what's going on. Now we have a lot more boxes and dots and squares. What we're going to do is put in the tempo before we start putting in drums. Then we're going to put in the melody on top of that. Make sure you click that blue check so to save your settings, and your screen should look like this. Very cool. It scrolls all the way over 16 whole bar. What's this thing doing? All the way down. All the way down, separated by white, gray, white, gray. Tempo is 106. I like to just double click on it and hit 106, enter. And now I'm at this tempo right here. We're gonna put in a drum beat first. We're gonna put a circle at the beginning of that bar and then leave the rest of that bar blank. And then we're gonna put in the same repetitive drum pattern all the way throughout, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Triangle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What that ends up being is a circle at the beginning of each bar and a triangle at the halfway point of each bar to give like a boom. You'll hear it in a little bit. I'm just going to keep plugging that in all the way down my 16 bars. While I'm doing that little shameless self-promotion here, hit that like and subscribe button. You know what to do, people. Thank you for all the love and support. This song is dope. One of the cooler songs that's been released in recent years. Got a lot going on, harmonically and melodically, and it has a nice flow to it. Taking forever to put this in, but yeah, be patient, you'll get it going. So as you see, I put that same drum pattern all throughout, and then actually I'm going to take out, or no, we'll do something at the end to change the drums at the end. Come back to that later. I'll show you what that beat sounds like just by itself. Starts here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we split up into little beats too because the rhythms of the melody are a little strange too. We're ready to put it in. So at the very beginning, I want to put an A major chord. Doesn't mean anything really except purple, burnt orange, and then yellow. A, C sharp, E all the way up. Beautiful start, beautiful start. Then we're going to hit the if the world. Yeah, very cool. Which is, I'm not going to explain all the spacing here. It's going to take a while. I'm just going to do it bar by bar and kind of pause along the way to make sure you guys are with me and caught up. So that's the if the world. I would start right here if I could, but I have to put the if the in there. That's why the phrasing of it's kind of weird too. So that's the world was in ding. Nope, ding right there. So 1 and 2 and 3. Let's hear that so far. already hear it. Pretty cool. You're already ready for I want to be next to you. One. So we have 2 in a row there. So it starts with this kind of navy blue at this bar 3 right here. Dun, 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 dun. Skip 1 after the purple, then put a pink. And then we got to put to you. I don't know all the lyrics. I know just the beginning part for sure. Let's hear it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's put that in. Very cool. Make sure the spacing's good. If yours doesn't sound like that, just pause it. Or you need to look at the screenshot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's the part. Yep. And then if the, I think it's if the part, I don't know the words. If the party was over. Is that what? I think. So like I said, take your time. I'm not going to explain all the spacing because it's a little complicated, but make sure you have the right amount of spaces between each of these colors and follow this melodic contour to make sure it doesn't get spread out or you skip something and get way off. So then, because then the melody won't line up with the beat, it'll sound goofy. And so there is, I think, the first 4 bars. Nope. 6 bars. Boom. First 6 bars. Let's hear it so far. Higher. Yep. Here's da 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 da, right? There it is. Boom. Okay, there's the beginning of bar 8, I think. But no, 7. I don't know. I can't count. It's a lot of bars. Cool. Da 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 da. Cool. And then we got to do the same like we did before, which is, I believe, that. And then here's the last part of the chorus. So this is the repetitive part. See how it has that same idea going on? All it does is kind of change the rhythm. See the same colors and the same pattern at the end of the phrase. Let's hear that whole thing so far before we put the last part of the chorus in. Let's hear it. Very cool. We're ready to keep going. Then we're going to put a lot of greens in a row. Da, 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 and that bar. Cool. So after that green, make sure you do these amount of greens in a row. Why is this mouse being weird? My touchpad is being goofy. Okay, check your space in there. There's 4 forced greens in a row. Cool. Skip 3 after that. And we get this orange for the first time, I believe. I think that's the right orange. It's not the darker orange. It's the regular orange. And then, see, I would do this same pattern down here because it's supposed to be a lower octave. And so it's weird that it kind of hops up in the direction of the melody, but I'd have to put a whole nother octave in there, and there's no point. The range is not too big for this melody, so you can double that up if you want. Otherwise, I just jumped up the octave for that. I don't want to replay it from the beginning. Let's just keep going, and I'll play it a little bit. And then, and die with a smile, right? I think. And die with a smile. Yeah. And then there's just the last part that finishes it off. Let's hear it so far. Make sure I got the spacing right. Pause it if you need to. Like I said, thanks for sticking with me. Let's hear this bad boy. I could do so much more with the arrangement and make it really big, but then it'd be like super hard to follow along and take like an hour. Okay, here we go. Supposed to be lower. There you go, cool. And then we just have the last line kind of thing. Dun, 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 right? I think so. Okay, boom. So we got that. Make sure that's looking good, and then purple's at the end of that bar. 3 in a row with spaces in between. Skip 3 after that, then put forest green. Skip 1, then this orange. Skip 3 after that, then a burnt orange. And then we got I'd Wanna Be Next to You, I think. So right? I think. And that's like the ending, the climax of the chorus. It's like it all wraps up right there. So I'm gonna double that an octave up to make it sound beefier. Optional, but I'd recommend it. Cool. I wanna be next to you. And then it just kind of ends whatever. But if you heard it from the beginning, I put a weird little goofy lick to turn it around and start the song over. So I'm gonna do something similar like I had last time. And put a cool drum thing at the end, like I said. Remember, we're gonna change the drums. Erase this one on the second to last bar. And put a triangle in line with that, because that's gonna where it comes to a stop. I wanna be next to you, and then there's gonna be a big fill right there. So we need a stop right there. So then this is all rest for the rest of the bar, and then we're gonna do a cool little. Let me do like a melodic thing. 1, 2, do 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 do. Okay, cool. Just a straight rainbow up the ladder, just running up the scale. So, some kind of melodic thing, like something goofy to end it, just for fun. You can do whatever you want. Excuse me, I inspired you to be creative and make up your own little cool run at the end. So, and then do do da 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 do 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 ba, and then that's gonna start over at the beginning. So let's hear the whole thing, including the goofy ending. And that should do it. Then we're gonna mess with the sounds a little bit. Let's check it out. Right here. Like I said, goofy ending, optional. Do whatever you want right there. Just leave it blank. Who cares? Now we're gonna experiment with the sounds. I like a kit for the drums, like actual drum kit, because there's an actual drum kit in the song. It has very Anderson .Paak kind of drum tones, short and fat, boomy tones. It should be the sound of this drum kit. Let's hear it. I like that. Sounds more beefy than electronic. And then for me personally, I like woodwind. I never like woodwind for like anything. That's like my least favorite sound setting in here. But for this, since it's like a beautiful floating melody and it is in that 6/8 kind of a waltz time, it has more of a graceful flow to it. Piano is also cool. Synth is cool. Experiment. Let's hear piano. That's cool. That's all right. Let's hear a woodwind. That just sounds more airy and breathy to me. Has a cooler tone overall, but that should be the entirety of Die With a Smile, all 16 bars of it. Pretty long. Thanks for sticking with me, y'all. Thank you for that request. Y'all keep the requests coming. I want to know what's hot and what's not. I'm out of the loop, so y'all got to keep me hip to the stuff I got to listen to, or any cool things that you think will get a lot of, that a lot of people would like and enjoy. I'd love to hear it. Thank y'all for all your support. Like always, smash that like and subscribe button. Your support means the world to me. Let's just keep on making music. Having a great time. We'll see you soon. Peace and love. Later.